So,
knowing what you know as a church
Yes.
council member and leader and the way
Yes.
we wrestle with budgets and making decisions, how would you challenge our people in this time to be generous in the best ways that they can so we can sustain and grow ministry?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. You know, I was thinking a lot about this, and I actually think church council's given me a really unique perspective on what I thought regular giving to a church like Normandale was before, and then maybe what I think of it now. You know, I viewed my church growing up, also an ELCA church, and now I view Normandale the same way. As I always viewed them as these, beyond bringing people together to worship God and Jesus, I also viewed them as just forces for good in the community. Beyond that, that's really all the church is. It brings people together, and then it does good. Mm-hmm. And so my financial gifts, I always viewed it as, well, yeah, all we're doing is good things in the community. And I always actually thought, like, oh, that's where most of our money is going, right? Out in the community. And actually, the reality is, this church has a staff, this church has facilities, and yes, mission and outreach is a very big and important part of what we do. And we derive a lot of value as a church in that stuff. But it takes a lot to run a church like this. And it's given me a lot of new perspective on the giving that I do and the generosity of, we got to keep the lights on. We got to be able to pay our staff and what they deserve and what we need to continue to attract new talented people and who want to be here. And I think that that's been one of the really eye-opening experiences, and just the budgetary processes, and and then just seeing the passion that people have for making sure that, talking about seeing Brent Malcolm come in and what he's done to our finances and our budgetary process. I mean, every single dollar is meticulously tracked. I mean, the people who run this church are making sure that every dollar is going as far as it possibly can. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm thinking about my giving, again, I'm still thinking about the good that Normandale does in the community, and the mission and outreach stuff. It's still very important to me. But I'm also thinking about when I'm sitting there in service every day, my dollars are making this happen.
Yeah.
And your dollars are making this happen. And so when you're thinking about giving to the congregation and giving to Normandale, think that it's not just the impact that you're having out in the community, but it's helping make Normandale a better place. Whether it's more children and youth ministry programs, small groups, guest speakers that come in and speak on different topics. I mean, whatever it is, everything that we do in this church, in and day out, that's what those gifts are contributing to.